Every self-improvement guru tells you the same thing. Wake up at 5 a.m. But here's the truth nobody's saying. Most of them are morning chronotypes. If you're not, forcing a 5 a.m. wake up doesn't make you disciplined. It creates chronic sleep deprivation, which destroys the very focus and willpower you're trying to build. The goal was never the time. The goal is what you do with your first hour, whatever time that starts. Your body runs on a biological clock. Scientists call it your circadian rhythm, a roughly 24-hour cycle that governs when you feel alert, when you're creative, and when your brain is firing on all cylinders. Here's the thing, not everyone's clock is set the same way. Morning larks, roughly 25% of people, peak early. Alertness, focus, and motivation arrive within the first hour of waking. For these people, 5 a.m. is genuinely powerful. Night owls, another 25%, hit their peak in the late morning or afternoon. Their brains simply aren't online at dawn, and the remaining 50% of people fall somewhere in between. Chronobiology, the study of these biological rhythms, confirms that your chronotype is largely genetic. You didn't choose it. Willpower won't override it permanently. So here's the reframe. Stop chasing someone else's morning. Start owning your first hour at whatever time your body is actually ready to function. This video is going to show you exactly how to do that with 3 simple, science-backed blocks that take under 45 minutes and transform how the rest of your day unfolds. Let's talk about what's actually happening in your brain right after you wake up, because once you understand this, you'll never waste your morning the same way again. Within 30 minutes of waking, your body produces a natural spike of cortisol, not the bad, chronic stress kind. This is the cortisol awakening response, or CAR. It's your brain's built-in ignition system. This cortisol peak sharpens your attention, elevates your mood, and primes your prefrontal cortex, the part of your brain responsible for decision-making, creativity, and executive function. In short, this window is your most neurologically powerful moment of the day. And here's the devastating part. Most people immediately hand it over to their phone. Every notification, every scroll, every doom loop through social media during this window hijacks your cortisol spike. Instead of fueling your own intentions, your brain is reacting to everyone else's agenda. Research from Harvard Medical School shows that morning smartphone use activates the brain's threat detection circuits, flooding the body with reactive cortisol, not the clean, purposeful kind. This sets a low-grade anxious tone that persists for hours. The 3 blocks you're about to learn are designed around one principle: protect this window. Block 1, the hardest one for most people, and the most important. The first 20 minutes of your day, no phone. Here's why it matters more than you think. The moment you wake up, your brain transitions out of sleep through a state called hypnagogia, a highly receptive, almost suggestible state where the boundary between conscious and subconscious thinking is thin. In this state, your mind is like wet cement. Whatever you pour into it first, it sets. Feed it notifications, it sets to reactive mode. Anxious, distracted, comparison-prone. Guard that window. You get to choose what it sets to. The replacement is simple. Pick any one of these. Water. Drink a full glass of water before anything else. Your brain is 75% water. 8 hours of sleep without hydration leaves it operating at a deficit. This single habit improves cognitive function within minutes. Deep breathing. Even 5 minutes of slow, diaphragmatic breathing reduces cortisol, lowers heart rate, and shifts the nervous system from sympathetic, fight or flight, to parasympathetic, rest and focus mode. Journaling. Just 3 minutes of stream of consciousness writing clears what scientists call psychic RAM, the mental clutter left over from yesterday, so your working memory has clean space to operate. You don't need all 3. You need to pick one and protect the first 20 minutes. Every notification, every scroll, every doom loop through social media during this window hijacks your cortisol spike. Instead of fueling your own intentions, your brain is reacting to everyone else's agenda. Research from Harvard Medical School shows that morning smartphone use activates the brain's threat detection circuits, flooding the body with reactive cortisol, not the clean, purposeful kind. This sets a low-grade, anxious tone that persists for hours. The 3 blocks you're about to learn are designed around one principle: protect this window. Block 2. This one is shorter than you think and more powerful than you expect. 10 to 15 minutes of light movement, that's it. Walking, stretching, yoga, a slow bodyweight circuit. It does not need to be a workout. In fact, for this specific purpose, low intensity is often better than high intensity. Here's the science. Physical movement, even gentle movement, triggers the release of BDNF, brain-derived neurotrophic factor. Neuroscientists sometimes call BDNF miracle grow for the brain. It accelerates the growth of new neural connections, strengthens existing pathways, and dramatically boosts mood, focus, and creative thinking. A 2019 study published in Neuroscience and Biobehavioral Reviews found that just 10 minutes of moderate physical activity produces measurable improvements in attention and memory, lasting 4 to 6 hours. This means that a 10-minute walk at 7 a.m. makes you sharper in your 10 a.m. meeting. A stretch routine at 9 a.m. means you're still focused at 1 p.m. You're not doing this for fitness. You are doing this to chemically prime your brain for the hours ahead. No gym required. Open a window, do 10 minutes of stretching in your living room, walk around the block. That is enough. Block 3. This is where everything comes together. 10 minutes of daily intention setting. But not the way you've been taught. Forget the 47-item to-do list. That creates cognitive overwhelm, not direction. Your brain's prefrontal cortex, the seat of focus, narrows to a single target far more effectively than it scatters across a dozen. Instead, use this prompt. Today will be a great day if I accomplish blank. One answer. Write it by hand. This is called the most important task method, and it's backed by decades of productivity research. When you write a specific intention by hand, you activate 2 separate brain systems simultaneously, the motor cortex and the visual cortex. This dual encoding makes the goal dramatically more memorable and more likely to be acted on. A study published in the British Journal of Health Psychology found that people who wrote specific implementation intentions, what they would do, when and where, were 42% more likely to follow through versus those who only planned mentally. Writing, I will prepare the client proposal from 9 to 11 a.m. is 42% more powerful than thinking I need to do that proposal. The difference between a scattered day and a productive one is often one clearly written sentence in the first hour of your morning. This is your daily compass. Now here's the part nobody ever shows you: how to make this fit your life. Whether you wake up at 6 a.m. or 10 a.m., the formula is identical. First 20 minutes, no phone, water, breathing or journaling. Next 10 to 15 minutes, light movement. Final 10 minutes, write your one most important task. That's 40 to 45 minutes total. You're not rearranging your entire life. You are protecting your first hour and letting it build momentum for everything that follows. If you want a free downloadable tracker to build this as a habit, the link is in the description. It includes a 30-day log, the cortisol curve graphic, and the intention prompt, all printable. If this video shifted something for you, if you finally feel like you have permission to stop forcing 5 a.m., share it with one person who needs to hear it. And if you want to go deeper on the science of peak performance, focus, and building routines that actually last, subscribe. That's exactly what this channel is built for. Your morning doesn't need to start earlier, it needs to start better.